Well, it's Indonesia this morning, live from Jakarta. Well, he firmly believes that when it comes to investing, losing money is not an option. For 35 years, investors have been looking over the shoulder of this financial management advisor to give us his proven track record in stocks, global markets, and futures. He is the chairman of the Investment Mentoring Institute, an organization devoted to building great investors. And he's also the president of Courtney Smith & Co. that manages money for institutions, family offices, and high-net individuals. Courtney Smith, our in-studio guest this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Now, I have a question. I have all this money. Good. That's a good start. But I'm confused. Out of all the possible avenues of building wealth, which one should I choose and why?
Well, I think, first of all, you have to realize that it's very difficult to get really rich unless you work for yourself. So that means you probably should be thinking about starting a business or owning a business. Now, what business you should be in, maybe you have a passion for shoes and you should be in the shoe business. The business that I like, of course, is trading and investing to make a living. I like it as a business because there's no regulations, there's no rent, there's no overhead, there's no employees. You can do it anywhere in the world. So that's one of the advantages of investing as a business. And if you're starting with wealth, you can continue to build that wealth to very, very large numbers.
So should I put you to my job?
Well, ask your wife.
Okay. But can I make a living, say, by quitting my job and just do online trading? Because many people aren't going to do that.
A lot of people do make a living now as online traders. Started back in the late 1990s, and now there's a large group of people that make their living just investing online. But it's hard. You need to have the correct psychology to do it. A lot of people don't have the discipline to do it. You need to have correct risk management because you can't take a lot of risk when you're trading to make your mortgage and your food bill. And the third thing is you have to have really good techniques to buy and sell. So can you do it? Absolutely. I have a lot of friends who do that full time. That's how I make a living. But you have to have the right training in order to do it first.
And talk about techniques. I mean, there are like thousands of billions of techniques out there. Which one to choose from?
There's so many. One technique which I think is very good, which you can find for free on the internet, is called a channel breakout. And you'll see, if you just Google channel breakout, there should be a lot of information on that. I also have a free video on that on one of my websites called maxfuturesprofits.com. And I put up a video on that so people can do that for free as well. maxfuturesprofits.com.
Okay, to tell us which stocks will happen, which one do not.
You know, right now I like gold stocks a lot. I like emerging markets a lot. I think that the massive easing by the Federal Reserve Bank and by other central banks around the world, all that liquidity is going to go into higher inflation coming forward. In addition, that liquidity will go, and that will cause gold to move to new highs. We're already at new highs right now, but it's going to go even higher, maybe $1,500, $2,000 an ounce. In addition, that liquidity will go into emerging markets, such as the Indonesian market, which has had a huge bull market this year. So what I think is going to happen is we'll see, now there's a lot of money has been made, say in the Indonesian market and the gold market. People will now start to take some profits. We'll see a little bit of a dip, buy that dip. I think that would be very, very good for the next 6 months to a year.